I know this isn't the view that you're used to, but I've got something special planned for today. You see all these bags behind me? Those are full of aluminum cans. We've got a weird one today. As this is the new year, I wanted to see what we could accomplish with just turning in aluminum cans and whatever I can find in my couch. See what kind of PC we can build with that. So, here we are. It is 18 degrees out, and the only question now is, will my car start? Because we have 391 aluminum cans and 15 plastic bottles. I don't know if they'll take the plastic bottles. None of the stores around here do can returns. Technically against the law, but who's got the money to sue them? So we're going to the recycling center. If they take everything, that should be $20.30 plus whatever I find under my couch. If they only take the cans, that's still $19.55. So, can my car start? Genuinely surprised. Let's go. Well, this is unfortunate. I checked their website before I came here and it said that they were open today. But they're not. And why is the closed sign green? I can't read that from the road. So it looks like they're open. What the hell? Well, I guess we're waiting a week. That sucks. It's been a few days since we last spoke, but a couple things have changed. I found 41 more cans, so there's a couple more dollars. And I also found a free computer case on Facebook Marketplace. So we're on our way to get that, but there is one more thing that has changed. The world is white now. Oh dear. So I don't actually have enough room in my car for the computer case. So I'm gonna dump this in the back seat and then go take my wife's car to get the computer case. I will be right back. And can't really film with that one. I don't have a mount on my dashboard. Well, here it is. Not bad, I'd say. Moving on. Computer case acquired. And if you don't believe me that it was free, I'll go ahead and try to post a little overlay of the actual listing. I hate that part of the stairs. Okay. So, let's move on to the cans. And remember, always clear the top of your car off, otherwise this will blow off and make it harder for other people to see. It is much colder out today than it was a couple days ago. Imagine doing all this work just for the car not to start. Wouldn't that be great? Well, that sucks. This new phone mount I got is just awful. The glue on the magnet worked for about 2 minutes. So, oh yeah, they're definitely open today. Perfect. 432 cans, and I think it was 15 bottles. It's about $22.35, something like that. We'll see. I've heard word that these people like to not give you the whole value, but doesn't matter. We got our case for free. obviously the cheapest way to get a whole computer is to buy a whole computer, but there really aren't any for sale for 20 bucks right now. So let's see what we get. And they're gone. $22.35. They actually gave it to me. So now it's time to go dig around in the couch and see how much change I can get, because that actually will help on this budget. Well, we're back, and here's what we've got so far. We've got our case. I have no idea what it is. It probably said in the listing, but I didn't pay attention. We have $22.35. We have whatever's in here. I see some quarters. And I can't make this up, but we may have just got ourselves a motherboard too. And I see a bracket here. That looks like an ATI card. Come on, 7870. Oh. That's not a 7870 at all. Nothing else in here. Found that by the trash. Damn it. Okay, there's no motherboard in here. But we've got Snowblind, Project Snowblind, Media Show SE 2.0, XR Expand Rally, Joint Operations Typhoon Rising, and 10,000 discs of Far Cry. Cool. That's actually useful. I've never heard of any of the other ones. But that's not a motherboard, so that isn't super helpful for our current mission. But we did get this. Doesn't say on the back what it is. I'll look up the part number later, but just based on the style, this is probably going to be a 5,000 or 6,000 series. I'm hoping for 6,000, but it's probably 5,000. And based on the length, I'm going to guess this is a 5770 or a 6770. So, I mean, it's a card. It's free. I don't know if it works. It probably doesn't if it was in the trash, but maybe they were just cleaning out their closet. So this is, it's potential. It's potential. Now, let's find out how much is in here. $10,000. We're good to go. Well, after counting all of this, we have $13.56 from this. Oh, wait a minute. 57 cents. $13.57 out of this Pepsi can that I've just been kind of collecting whatever spare change I've got. And I haven't even checked my couch yet. Although, admittedly, there's probably not much in there because my couch is currently computer storage and people rarely sit in it. But I'll check it anyway. So, $13.56 here. $22.35 here. I might be able to make an offer. There's a computer for sale for 40 bucks. We may not need either of these, this case or that graphics card. Let's see what he says. Man, I'm doing a lot of driving. We're going to the bank to turn this into dollar bills. I've also scraped the adhesive off of that piece of metal and glued it to my phone case. So now I can actually use that phone mount. Let's go. This new phone mount is bouncy. I don't like it. Well, we have exchanged our coins for dollar bills, 13. And I got a watermelon dum-dum. think I found a way to stabilize the camera, so I hope this works. But seems to. Perfect. We're gonna go home. I'm going to enjoy my sucker, and I'm gonna call that, or not call, I'm gonna message that guy about the $40 PC. We've got a little over $35, so we'll see if he'll take $35. And here's to hoping, I suppose. It's cold out. It is 7:30 in the morning. I got home from work last night at about 2 o'clock. Well, there's a reason for me to be up this early. The guy with the $40 computer, probably not going to work for us. It's a good deal. It's not a great deal, but it's a good deal. It's an HP Z400. He listed the CPU by gigahertz, not by how many cores it has or what type of CPU it was. So, could have been a quad core, could have been anything. It also looked like it's had the same, or at least similar graphics card as to that crappy one that we had in our Dell Precision 690. Something with a DMS59 connector, so it would have been crap. It's like 6 degrees outside. It is cold. And for my European viewers, that's 6 degrees Fahrenheit. That's, I think that's somewhere around, like, -17 Celsius. I don't know off the top of my head. Could be wrong. It's cold. But our backsides have been saved. Hi, this is post-production Matt, just sliding in real quick. I forgot to mention the rules. Well, I didn't, but the footage was absolutely horrible. My new phone mount just kind of bounces all over the place. It's pretty bad. It's unwatchable. So, here's the rules that we're going by. We've got the money that we got from the cans. Then we've got the money from the Pepsi can that totaled about, I think it was $35.92. Not a lot, but that's what we have to spend. So, the rules are, for the PCs I'm about to tell you about, I can pick any one of these 5 PCs. They were $5 a piece, and whichever one I settle on, that is $5 for the base price. If I hop between them, that's okay. That's completely allowed. Additionally, if I find a part for sale on Facebook Marketplace, but I already have that part at home, we're going to deduct that part's cost from our total remaining cash without actually spending the cash, because whatever I don't spend at the end of the day, I can put towards food. So, you know, win-win. And I honestly don't need to buy a whole bunch more parts if I already have them. So, trying not to clutter up my entire apartment despite going down and buying 5 PCs. So, just wanted to lay down those baseline rules. We will be using Windows 10 for this, most likely, unless we, for some reason, can't. If I also find something on eBay that I already have, then again, same rules as with Facebook Marketplace. If I already have it and we need it, we will deduct that cost from the final bit. We will not be subtracting any money for thermal paste, but we will have to deal with any noisy fans or potentially dead hardware. If I do purchase a power supply or a hard drive, if I do end up purchasing those things and they come back bad, that money still gets deducted from our total, and I can't just replace it. I will have to find something else or get more cans. So with that said, moving on. I found a pallet of PCs for sale. Guy wants $5 a piece, but they don't have any hard drives. 4 out of the 5 look too old to help us, but I'm gonna buy them anyway because I like them. But one of them looks like it might have an early Core I series. At the very least, it's definitely late Core 2 Duo. If it's got a Core 2 Quad, that would also work for us. We're gonna hope for a Core I series though, maybe an i3 or something. Those pallet PCs might just work, not just for this little challenge here. God, it's cold. But also because after we're done here, I could turn around and give them away. If they're good enough. We'll see about that. It's too cold to think. So, ignoring the free computer case and trash-picked graphics card, if we went with one of these computers, that's a starting point of $5 out of our roughly $35 budget. 35 and some change. I mean, I got more cans too, so I could probably push that up to 37 if we wanted to, easy. We might be able to hit 40 if I really went dumpster diving for more cans today, but I want to. It's really cold. So that gives us a $30 budget left over. We need, at the bare minimum, storage, because none of these desktops come with storage. There's no hard drives in them. We also need a graphics card if we're going to play any games on them. And I got kind of lucky. I'm so sorry, but I'm exhausted. I had about 3.5 hours of sleep, maybe 4. And the first stop, get the seat warmer turned on, is gonna have to be coffee. I'm taking my company car today. I really shouldn't, but I am allowed a couple hundred miles a year of personal miles, so this is gonna be one of them. This thing's got seat warmers. I like this thing. I found a graphics card for sale. It had been on the market, according to Facebook Marketplace, for 42 weeks. It's an HD 7770. Don't know anything about it. Guy wanted $30. I offered him $15. He took it. Not super surprised if it's been up that long. The guy copy-pasted the tech power-up specifications, but didn't say how much memory it has. So it probably has 1 gig, but there's an option for 2 gigs. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Then there's storage. That leaves us $15 for storage. I found some hard drives for $10 a piece, but to be honest, we're not gonna buy them. I also found an Intel 520 series SSD for $10, but it's 2 hours away. I'm just not driving that far today. I'm already driving an hour down to Des Moines, so the time budget does not work out on that one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use one of my 80 gigabyte SSDs, Intel SSDs, as a stand-in, and we're gonna mark that $10 off the budget, which leaves us $5 for a hard drive. If I can find a hard drive for $5, we're going to use that money and use one of my hard drives. I don't want to acquire more storage that may or may not work. You know, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Right now, I need to stop by the gas station to get some coffee and get on my way. Sun's not even up yet, but it will be soon. So I don't think that I'll be able to record the pickup of the PCs. Maybe I will. I don't know. I've got to talk to the guy and see how he feels about recording. I don't think he's going to go for it though, because he wants to meet at a place and then go to a different place to pick them up. So we'll see. Graphics card, again, probably not going to be able to record picking it up, but I will try. At the very least, once I get both of those, I'll pull over at like a gas station or something and do a little recording of, hey, here's what's in my trunk. Okay, goodbye. But I need coffee. Let's get out of here. Okay, it's still cold outside, but I'll show you the haul. The guy's actually leaving, so I'm going to wait for him to pull away. But this is the Dell CRT, and this, I'm not familiar with the style that has the great big wing there. Got a bunch of keyboards. There's the Dell I was talking about. Still not sure about that one, but we'll do something with it. Yeah, this monitor has a really, if I can twist it, skinny back for some reason. I'm not familiar with this style. Oh, it's cold. And this is what we were after. So I think these will work. Core 2 quad. Hey, that one might just work. Core 2 duo. These ones are probably Core 2 as well. We know what that one is, but let's get going. Okay, I've pulled over to get some gas, but I have about an hour to wait until I can pick up the graphics card that I've got lined up. Not sure what I'm gonna do until then. Kinda stuck here because it's an hour back to my place, so if I went all the way back up to Ames and then came all the way back down, I'd miss the meeting. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about what I've acquired. Obviously, there's a Dell 2900 pedestal server, which again, not super sure what I'm going to do with. We've got the CRT box full of random bits and bobs, mostly keyboards it seems, and Juniper firewalls, which Juniper's a good company, but I don't know about their firewalls. As for the 5 tower PCs, the $5 towers, one of them looks like it's going to work for us. We've got, as long as it's still in one piece and nothing's missing from it, a Q6600, 3 gigs of RAM, a mystery ATI graphics card that has 2 DVI ports on it, so probably like a 3670 or something. I am just assuming. I haven't even opened it yet, and it looks filthy. The 2 Think Centers we have are first generation Lenovo Think Centers, probably going to be similar to the one that I've already taken apart and cleaned, which probably means either a Pentium 4 or a Pentium D. We're talking socket 775. Additionally, there's a Vostro 200, that's the Core 2 Duo system. They're okay. I used to have one of those. It was probably the worst PC I've ever owned. And then we have one more PC, a really old Dell. I believe it's a Precision, but I don't remember the number. Either way, it's solidly into the socket socket 478 Pentium 4 era. So not sure what we're gonna do with that one. I've had way too many of those, but it is something that we acquired, and I think what I'm gonna do while I wait for the graphics card is maybe I'll just tootle around Altoona and see what I can find here. It's a nice place. I've got a couple friends in the area, so see what happens. While kind of wiggling around Altoona, I found a thrift store, and in this thrift store was this. bedazzled USB mouse. For $1.50, I couldn't pass that up. This is absolutely hilarious. I got a few other things while I was at the thrift store, but I'll show you those when we get back. Well, we're back, but I have some friends over, and quite frankly, I don't want to kick them out of the game room. So here we are, and I know my voice is a little echoey in this room. I have purchased some sound deadening foam, but I have not yet had the time to install it. I do apologize, but this is what we've got to do so far. So, we have acquired a tower, but before I do anything with that, I have brought this presumable 5770 over here just in case it does work. But I have purchased a graphics card. It is an HD 7770, much better. I hope it works. And the tower itself is this kind of dirty thing, and it still has the old VGA cable attached. Oh. So that port's a little damaged, but let's go ahead and get this out of here. And we'll take a look inside this absolutely filthy machine. My goodness. Get out of here. Look at that. I can already pick the dust bunnies out. So, oh, hey, we already have a graphics card. So let's look at this system before we open it up, just for funsies. It's an Acer. Don't know exactly which model, but here's what it's, oh, okay. AM5620-U5210A. Great. Huh, this is coming off. The front says it has a Core 2 Quad Q6600 in multiple places, and it says graphics by ATI. The front here claims 3 gigs of DDR2 and a 500 gig hard drive. Does this come down? How does this? Oh, it does. Okay, that's weird. The guy that sold this to me said that the hard drive was removed, so we still need storage. But for now, we're at $5 for the tower as is. Hopefully it works. $15 for the graphics card, so that's 20 bucks so far. Wow, this really is dirty. That gives us, out of a budget of $35, $15 more to find storage. Now, don't complain. I have not purchased storage. What I found on Facebook Marketplace was an Intel 520 series SSD, 120 gigs for $10. I did not purchase it because I have an Intel 320 series 80 gigabyte SSD already here. So we're going to use this SSD and just wipe $10 off the budget as if we had purchased the one on the marketplace. Quite frankly, I've been on the road since like 7 a.m. and it is now past 2. So not super interested in more. I also found a 320 gigabyte hard drive. We are going to use a 2 terabyte hard drive in its place. And we're going to wipe the last $5 off. Now, before you complain, I could put a 320 gigabyte hard drive in here, but quite frankly, I'd like to put all the games on here for testing purposes. The performance should be exactly the same. Okay, so that's our whole budget. Well, we've got like 92 cents left and some more cans that I found, but I think we're good. So let's go ahead and reposition the camera and open this disgusting machine and see what graphics card that is. It'd be nice if we didn't have to upgrade. Okay. Here goes nothing. Bottom one's loose. Top one, not so much. Grab my screwdriver. Wow, that's sticky. That does not want to come off. I know that you probably don't have a great view, but there we go. A little rusty looking. How does... I assume you just pull. Oh! Do you not? Yeah, you just pull. It's just stuck. Oh. Okay. What exactly? Oh. I think that does it. Yep. Ooh. Oh, that's gross. Look at that. Ugh. Great. Okay. Well, let's get this card out. I'm gonna guess it's like a... At first I thought it was a 3670. But it has HDMI. EVGA. Surprising. It's a 1 gig card. Ah, this is just gross. I don't know what card this is. Oh, wait a minute. It says NVIDIA. This definitely isn't the original card at all. Huh. That's going to need cleaning for sure. But we have an NVIDIA card. Probably 600 series. Our 7770 is definitely going to be more powerful than that. But it will be interesting to find out what it is. We have a modem. If I can get this out. Speedcom Plus HP i56M3. Okay. We're going to take this out preemptively because this will absolutely cut me up. So I think... Man, this is just so dirty. Everything in here is dirty. There's a bread twist tie here. This is powering... I don't know what that's powering. Probably a front fan. But I don't know how to get the... I don't see a front fan. Okay. Uh-oh. I see bulging capacitors. That is not good for us at all. I see a lot of bulging capacitors. Oh no! Oh no, this might not work for us. What kind of RAM is this? It does indeed have 3 gigs of RAM. And a broken SATA power connector. This is certainly a machine. It's one of the machines of all times. Let's just start taking things out. Power supply out. Cooler off. Motherboard out. What is going on over there? probably good enough for now. I normally speed this up, but I think we're keeping that. Ugh. Instead of showing you 45 minutes of troubleshooting, we're just gonna cut our losses, and yeah, this one doesn't work. Those bad caps are killing us. I got it to post once. After that, no can do. So, this one's a no-go. I'm keeping the cleaning footage in, because that was disgusting, interesting, and I mean, it needed to happen anyway, so I even tried putting the card back in. By the way, this is a GT610, found out. Pinnacle of performance. So, yeah. Moving on. I do have some hope. There's a little plastic piece that goes here. There it is. Good enough. I'll fix this later. I'll just put new capacitors in it. So, I have a couple of options. I have this Vostro 200, not even 220. I don't know much about these. I had a Vostro 220 a long time ago. They're going to pop this one open. Oh, the peel is still on it. Interesting. I just want to see what I'm looking at, because I see another graphics card in this one. I'm 99% sure this is not the way we're going to go. Oh my God! Look at that! That is disgusting! Ugh. I don't like that. This is some older NVIDIA card. We're going to pop out the RAM, because that'll tell us a good bit about the CPU. Yeah, it's DDR2, so... Oh, that's right, this one has the Core 2 Duo sticker on the front. We're just gonna... I don't want to deal with that right now. That's... No. That means our last hope is one of these Lenovo M series ThinkCenters. I don't know anything about this. Wait a minute, that's got a Windows 7 QA sticker on it. It's got DisplayPort output, no graphics card, but... Wait. Got ourselves a... Come on. Hard drive slot, that's nice. Whoa, whoa. That's an alive spider. Oh, don't like that. Can you fucking not? What kind of spider is that? I don't like that at all. I hate spiders. I hate them. Oh. Oh God, I hate that. Oh God. Oh, fuck, man. I've got goosebumps from that. I hate spiders. Come on, camera focus. Oh, fuck. I didn't like that at all. But it's dead now. Whew. I think I might need to, I'm gonna put this down for a bit. I'll be back. You can get SATA to 6-pin adapters. You can get Molex to single Molex to 6-pin adapters. You can get any of that stuff on eBay for less than $1. So for the last 92 cents of our budget, and again, I do have more cans to turn in if I really had to, we're going to just use this that I had lying around, which is a Molex splitter, purely so we can plug in our graphics card. Unfortunate that this was not as good of a deal as I thought it was going to be. I didn't look it up on eBay first. Not that I really had much of a choice. It was the only card I could really get. Everything else was either too expensive or just a terrible deal. So I overpaid a little bit for this, but you know, no big deal. I'm hoping that these are both 4 gig sticks. We'll see. So plug that in there. I need a SATA cable for the SSD. And again, we have the extra budget if we really wanted to buy a $1 SATA cable. Where is my SSD? There it is. Okay. Get this just kind of tucked in here. And get it plugged into power. Let me adjust the camera. Okay. So we are trying to get this power plugged into the SSD. Come on. It really wants to twist. Oh. Come on. There we go. Okay. SSD installed. Now we can go ahead and get our adapter plugged in. I really should have seen if this system worked for... You know what? Let's pop the heatsink. This thing looks like it was barely used. But let's pop the heatsink off. And see what we're rocking. In fact, I need to get this tucked under here just for better cable management. And all this can just get stuffed up here with the SSD. Perfect. Let's get this cooler off. It does not look like a particularly beefy cooler, so I don't know what's in here. Obviously we've got DDR3, so at worst it's probably first gen Core i series. But wouldn't it be neat if this were like 3rd or 4th gen? Well, I don't think that's a 1st gen. Here. This towel will help us. i3-2120. It's a CPU. It's a CPU. That's a heck of a lot better than what it could have been. I really thought that this was going to be like a Pentium D system. Really should clean it, but again, kind of out of time after messing around with that first system. It is dark outside and I don't have a good source of light, so it's good. Now, where did I put that thermal paste? There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fired up as soon as this is in. Maybe we should upgrade this system. I think I have an i7-2600 around here somewhere. Don't know where, but somewhere. After this challenge, assuming this computer even works. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. But we'll see. We will see. Oh, there's lots of dust in the front that I didn't see before. Oh well. Plug the fan back in. And now that there are no spiders, you can see if it works. Keyboard. Video. We'll start the install if it does work. And power. No power. I think I was pushing the wrong damn button. Let's try this again. Okay, plugged in. Keyboard. Yeah, I was pressing the eject button. There we go. Jeez. It's a lot quieter, that's for sure. I'm not seeing a video output though. I wonder. Okay, so we need to get into the BIOS and enable. Whoopsies. We need to get into the BIOS and enable the video output, I think. Because I'm pretty sure that's a real PCI Express slot. So, how do you get into the BIOS on this? Escape? Maybe delete? Oh, enter. To interrupt normal startup, press enter. Did I get it? No, that's Ventoy, I think. Yeah. That's Ventoy. We're gonna go ahead and force power down. And try again. Okay, F1 to enter BIOS. Video setup. Set that to PCI. ACI. Huh. We want this enabled. Not bad, not a bad little machine. Save changes. Now in theory, we should get video out over the graphics card. The graphics card certainly has power. Let's try something. Actually, no. We're gonna keep that as it is. We're gonna go back and I'm gonna go back into the BIOS off camera and just figure out what settings I need to do to make this graphics card work. I don't want this video to take too long. Good news, got the PCI working. Bad news, can't get this to work anymore. Not sure what's up with it, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get Windows installed, then I'll try to get this fixed. Just one step at a time. So, I'm pretty happy with this, you know. i3 2120, modern enough, So we're going to get Windows installed. And while Windows is installing, I'm actually going to go down to the other one of these that's still in the back of my car and make sure that it's not infesting everything with spiders. And I'll also check to see if it has a better CPU. I'm currently installing games on this PC. I don't think I ever checked how much RAM it had. Looks like 8 gigs. And I picked the wrong PC. We have 2 of these. The other one has 16 gigs and no spiders. But truth be told, I don't have a whole lot more time. It's already late afternoon on Sunday. And I've got to get a video out this weekend. So this is what we're doing. I'm not shuffling things over. I'm almost done installing games. Then I can get to recording. So, not sure how well OBS is going to work since we only have an i3 while running these games, but we will see. Either way, pretty good. Pretty good. Not super happy about this potentially not working, but at least we do have a graphics card. So, anyway, I'll see you once I have finished installing these games. Okay, everything's installed, but we're going to have one last attempt to get this 7770 to work. Not that the 5770 is a bad card, it's just, well, the 7770 is better. So let's see. Maybe it was a temporary hiccup that caused those issues. That would be nice. But I'm not putting this the side panel back on. I don't trust it yet. Oh. I didn't plug it in. That helps. Let's see. Show me some life. I think this card's dead. I think this card has yeed its last haul. Oh dear. 5770 it is. So I'm going to put that back in here. We tried. And unfortunately, I did spend money on this card, which means, if I can even get it out, oh, come on. I don't get that money back in the budget. There we go. So this is $15 wasted. Made slightly more upsetting by the fact that it's a $10 card. But I digress. At least our trash pick 5770 works. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the desktop. We're going to get OBS installed. That's all pretty basic, so I'm not going to bother showing it. You all know what it's like to install software. You've seen it before, I'm sure. Let's see how this thing games. Well, there you have it. It is capable of playing games, just not many. I actually had some trouble with Battletech. It would run just fine until you tried to jump. Then the screen would freeze. The game itself was playing behind the screen. You could still target things and fire things, you just couldn't see what you were doing because the screen would be on you halfway through a jump. Either way, I think this is a pretty resounding success. We did indeed manage to get a pretty decent PC with basically just aluminum can money. The truth is, yes, about 13 bucks of that wasn't technically aluminum can money, but it would easily be possible to just grab a few more cans and go get that. So, what do I think? Would I do this again? Maybe. We got really, really lucky this time with these particular towers. Maybe not with the spiders, but, you know, that comes with the territory. I do wish that 7770 worked. Maybe we can revive it. And there is another problem with this. I need to change the thermal paste on the 5770. This card runs hot. We're seeing low to mid 90s on this thing. And honestly, I think the card itself might be thermal throttling and reducing our performance even more. But I digress. This has been a wild adventure. And for the record, if we hadn't have found these PCs, we absolutely could have gotten the other $40 PC that I had found. That was an HP Z400. And it came with a hard drive. So even though these ones didn't come with storage, that one would have. It also came with a graphics card. It just wasn't a great one. So what the heck is that? There's something going on outside. I'm gonna wait until that's over to continue. 5 minutes of random screaming later. What is going on? Apparently my apartment complex is just hopping with activity now. Anyway, I'm trying to finish this video. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. Let me know if I should do this again in the future, what other rules I should give myself, what limitations. Should I try to do this again at all? I keep having to restart my recording because people keep banging or screaming. I don't know what's going on out there, but I'm just in here trying to do my little YouTube video here. Either way, thank you very much for watching. This one was... I cannot stress how much I enjoyed doing this. And after we're done here, I'm actually going to rip the 5770 out of this machine and keep it, because I don't have many working 5770s. In fact, I don't think I have any, even though I have like 5 of them. We're going to put some really cheap graphics cards in there, probably something along the lines of an RX 430 or whatever I can find. And then we're going to donate these, because although they're not exactly performance machines, they are more than capable of working pretty well, even under today's workloads. So, with that said, if you enjoyed this content, watching me suffer through this, please leave a like, comment down below what you'd like to see me do next. It really, really helps me in the algorithm. And I'd like to thank my Patreon members. If you go to my Patreon, you can find all sorts of behind-the-scenes content, both free and paid. I have a tendency to release exclusive videos for my paid members, and then between 4 to 6 weeks later, I make them all free. So you do not have to pay to view all of the exclusive content. I want to stress that. But if you want to help out the channel, it is super, super appreciated. And I would like to thank my paid Patreon members. First, I'd like to thank ZBurke10, Shane, Josh Hartman, Jarl, Flo Kala, Dr. Larks, Adam. Thank you very, very much, all of you, for the ISA tier. That's the $3 a month. Now I'd like to thank Glenn King, my only PCI tier, at $6 a month. And then Sean Patrick, Pefty Lefty, and Carly Dunlop. Thank you all so very, very much for your AGP tier contributions. All of you, thank you. You really helped me get some of this stuff. And as an aside, we now have a P.O. box. If you want to send me your junk, you can send that to 525 Kellogg Avenue. That is Kellogg with 2 G's. Don't worry, it will be down below. So 525 Kellogg Avenue, P.O. Box number 104. That's in Ames, Iowa, 50010. And thank you all for watching this video. It means a lot to me that people enjoy this stuff. But hey, that's it for me. I'm going to bed.